Hello, I'm Giants broadcaster John Miller at Oracle Park, and you're watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.
All righty.
Bob, to have a game that long with that many twists and turns, have Adames be the one to end it, just how do you even summarize that game?
A lot of twists and turns. So we did a lot of good things right. We obviously didn't do some things right. It kind of went both ways. But for an opening day like that with a packed house, nobody left for 1 second, and it seemed like there was drama every single inning, at least we put on a good show.
You used about 8 pitchers. What can you say about what the bullpen was able to do?
Yeah, it's a lot. I was gonna use Bird at the end, even though it's been 1 day off. So contributions across the board. You know, obviously we gave up some runs in some key moments, but just to stay after it and persevere through what is such a grind, and you know, so many times it felt like we were on the verge and then not, and then you have to pick yourself up and go back out there and with the same intensity the next inning. And I guess once you sit back and look at that game, maybe it was supposed to end like that.
Bob, the stolen base has been big for you guys to start the year. 10 now so far. I think it took you guys 22 games last year to hit 10 stolen bases. How much of an extra emphasis has that been this year? And just what can you say about how much that's really kind of been, the dynamic that's brought to the offense so far this year?
It's been, and we've had some key ones too. So we're not just stealing them to steal them. We're stealing them when there are opportunities to score runs, and we have, opportunities to do it. We're not going to run into outs when they're, really quick to the plate, but we feel like we have enough guys when, they anticipate and, look for certain counts, look for certain breaking balls and whatever, and try to get some good times, and so far so good.
Hi, Bob. In a close game like that, when you look back at certain plays, like Willie's leaping catch there on that line drive, I mean, how important are those, even if they're a few innings in
Yeah,
the
you
rear
can
view?
go back and look at probably 30 things like that over the course of that game. So what it came down was to Willie at the end getting a key hit with 2 guys on, and shadows right in the middle of the field, really tough to see at that point in time. As easy as it felt like to score there for a while, once the shadows got in, you saw some zeros be put up and some bad swings, but all it took was 1 at the end, and doesn't need to be hit 110 miles an hour.
Bob, you kind of alluded to this a little bit, and it's a little bit the flip side of Janie's question, but the first week the team was winning by executing particularly
Right.
defensively to kind of get away with a few miscues here and there today and come out with a win. What does that say about the team?
You sit there and you want to nitpick and say, look, how many situational at-bats did we not come through in today? It was a lot, but you know what? You win the game, and those things kind of go by the wayside. The flip side is we made some good pitches too in some big situations where they left some guys stranded as well. So it wasn't just us. It just seems like one of those back and forth games that was going to end with the last batter.
And speaking of that, Bob, how about for Willie Adames to get that first hit here as a Giant? That must be big to have that kind of moment.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, there were a lot of at-bats during that course of the game. You feel like it swung the game one way or the other. Some did, some didn't, and the last one was him. It's kind of apropos that, the new big signing for us ended up coming up with a huge hit to win a game, and there's just a lot going on out there, but it's pretty cool that he ended it.
Bob, what did you make of Justin's afternoon, and where did you see the biggest issues for him today?
They just made him work really hard through a lot of pitches. So, he'll tell you that it wasn't his best stuff. He only walked 2, but they made him throw a ton of pitches. He gave up some hits. At that point in time, I was going to let him throw 40 pitches in an inning, so that was going to be it regardless. But just kind of for him, move on to the next.
Lamont Wade Jr. had 1 hit coming in today, and now he got 3 extra base hits today. How huge is that for him to kind of get the bat going today in front of the home crowd?
I think the homer was big for him the other day, to come off the bench and hit a homer when he was over 16. He's a guy that gets on base, and to that point hadn't done a whole lot. So probably trying a little too hard, and then, once he hit the home run, I think, just kind of went back to doing the things he does. Good. All right.
Hi, I'm JT Snow with the Giants for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.